Welcome back, and we're going to jump right into sketching more flows. This time, we're going to focus on screen flows. Now here you should really focus on a user's actions through a specific flow. It could be a small sequence of screens, or it could be a journey that branches. So let's think about our client again. This could be a user who actually searches for a product. So let's get in there. So I'm just gonna title this. It's really hard to kind of draw on this tablet, but I'm not gonna really title everything. We can just say like search, zoom out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna just draw a frame here. Perfect. Once again, not really worrying about the details here, but we're gonna just focus on how does a user complete this flow properly? How do they achieve their goal of finding a product? What I'm gonna do is I think, they'll come to the home page and they may access our search bar. There may be a navigation. I'm not sure what those navigation items are just yet, but this is what the makeup of the page is thus far. After they interact with that, the next sequence is a user sees results. So pardon my messiness, but that's okay. So they'll see some results, and over here, we'll have some images. I know that there's going to be some sort of content here, and this is going to really help me start building some sort of requirements that I need to account for when I'm designing elements. So like I know that there's these cards that have an image, they have some text. I'm not sure what that text is. It could be a product name, it could be a combination of that plus price, plus other elements. But I do know that when they do click over here in this area, we're going to move over. Step 3 would probably be something like a product description. So we'll just write item. So, you don't need to copy exactly what I'm doing. I really urge you to think outside the box, take some time to just sketch out. You can use a tablet, whatever really works for you. The item description, I'm starting to really think about some of the content that's going there. It could be like a name. Let's get in there and start writing a little bit of content. Price could be over here. There could be like options to change color. I'm not sure exactly, but there's some text. And then maybe there's like a button sticky to the bottom that says like add to cart. Just double tap with 2 fingers in concept and you'll be able to actually just go back. So if I go like this, double tap, perfect. Next step, they've clicked that button, they've added that to their cart. Step 4. Actually, you know what? If they add that to the cart, they found the item, they'll probably just go to the cart and we'll end the flow right here. I think we can actually start thinking about alternate scenarios. So they've added their item to a cart, perfect. And maybe there's a checkout button over there. Another interesting thing is we start thinking about different things like hierarchy. So if navigation's sticky to the bottom, maybe we start using that for primary buttons and start sticking other things to the top, which are a little bit more harder to access on mobile. Just different things we're starting to think about in terms of like page hierarchy. It's really going to help us influence like ways we start building sitemaps and actually start building that page hierarchy. Let's think about different alternate flow. What we know here is that we made the assumption that they're going to come in and they're going to click that search bar. But there's other ways to actually find a product. And this is where we can start thinking about other ways to make this process a little bit easier. So we'll label this 1 and we'll just call this home. But what happens if we really think about like placing products strategically there? Products for our user. So we do know that the application that we are building is for a personalized shopping experience, like a really personalized shopping experience based off of their habits, based off of their interests. And we could really push items at the front and really hope that these users will go down that funnel instead of actually just searching. We want to make this experience much more enjoyable and more catered to them. So we could really like take advantage of that. So we'll start thinking about maybe there are images here of products that they could like or products based off of their interests, products that maybe they're in their wish list and are on sale. So we start thinking about these different types of scenarios. looks like an F. I just fixed that. So if they do come to the home screen, they could actually tap on one of these products here. And if they do, the next step in their flow would be to actually go for the item description page that we actually built over here. So we start thinking about all those different scenarios, and look at that. We already kind of came up with a little user flow and an optional user flow. We should always think about more than one scenario when we're building something like this, because there always is more than one scenario and one route to get to a certain page or reach a certain goal. This is really going to help influence our page hierarchies, like I mentioned before, and sitemaps. That's how you draw screen flows.